The thing is with patriarchy is like we've given you guys your shot at leadership, like more than a fair shot if you ask me. Like really, we've given you a lot of different opportunities to try different kinds of leaders and different kind of leadership, and the only thing you ever really give us is violence, capitalism, and white supremacy. And that's not really hitting. It's not really hitting. You guys have gotten so bad as like a group of leaders that now like it is difficult for the average person to know the difference between like a list of important men and the Epstein list, right? We watched documentary after documentary about how every big man is in some way a sexual predator. And then, yeah, it's so bad that the guy that made the documentary about a really big sexual predator is himself also one. You know what I'm saying? So I think matriarchy is actually a reasonable response to your failure at leadership, because leadership isn't, I know this will be ground shaking. It isn't supposed to be about dominance and violence. Leadership is supposed to be about community care and doing the most good for the most amount of people. That's why I think it needs to go back to a matriarchy. That's why I think women would be better. We would. Literally, the only thing you've given us is more oppression and more violence. So, like, forgive me for being tired of it. And I do not mean, I want to be really clear when I say I want a matriarchy, I do not mean I want a woman steeped in patriarchy, right, to be the leader. I want to throw your whole system away. I want to, yeah, trash all of it. Like, the systems that you made aren't good, and they're not sustainable, and they're not impressive. So I just think it's time for you guys to sit down. And also the last thing I'm going to say is you're too emotional for leadership, right? If every response to like something not going your way is to start a war or conflict, that's because you're too emotional to be level-headed and make good decisions that are good for everybody involved. That's why you need women's leadership that is steeped in matriarchal principles, right? Where it is steeped in community care and collective care, and not just one more person beating on their chest saying me, 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 me.